Hey guys, if you are anything like me, you love getting a book recommendation, especially from people who read similar books to you. So today I'm going to share 5 books that I think you should pick up right now. So guys, my name is Rose and welcome back to my channel. Over here, we are obsessed with everything books, specifically romance books. So today, I am going to give you 5 recommendations for books that I absolutely enjoy, and I hope you will too. So if you're familiar with my channel, one thing we love to do before I get going is to get super comfy. I have my comfy sweatshirt on. I have my tea, so let's get talking to drink. And we also like to smell good. I think that smelling good just puts you in the right mood, sets the ambiance and the tone. And I also love that in romance books, they always mention how the characters smell. So I am here for it. Today, I'm wearing Black Saffron by Byredo. Now, my preference is a warm, spicy fragrance, and this is right up my alley. The pink pepper in here is just to die for. Just absolutely love this fragrance. Now, my videos are not sponsored at all by any of these brands. I just like letting you know what I'm wearing for the day. And it always smells so good in here. Just really gets me excited to talk about these books. So let's get started. My first recommendation is none other than Sarah J. Maas' Crescent City. This is the House of Earth and Blood. This is my favorite. The other ones were really good, but this one right here was my favorite. Is action-packed. You're very well familiar with the characters from reading the other books. And the story has an awesome, awesome ending that just keeps you on the tip of your toes pretty much for the entire book. Now, Sarah J. Maas never disappoints, obviously. The characters in here, the setting, it's a little bit more modern than her other series, like the Octar series. So the characters are more modern, the setting is, and the storyline. Oh my God, the storyline is so good. So the next book that I want to recommend is Quicksilver by Hart. I absolutely love this book. It blew up last year, and it is certainly worth the read, worth the time. The characters are awesome. So there is Cerise and the Kingfisher. They're the main male and female characters in this book. But I love our female character in here. She is strong. She's bold. She'll take on anybody. Absolutely love it. And she travels to his world. He takes her to his world. And, the story is just awesome about, finding out how he became Kingfisher, how he got Quicksilver, in his body. It goes into all those that are against them and the war pretty much that they have to fight. But it is a really, really good book. It keeps you engaged and entertained. And once again, it's one that doesn't lean too heavily on the romance between the two characters. There's really a lot to the story and good character development also from, the folks that are not the lead in the book. So really love Quicksilver, and I would say, yeah, this is a 5-star read for me. Absolutely great book. So go ahead and pick that one up if you haven't already. Now, in my previous videos, I have mentioned how much I love Keri Lake. So there should be no surprise that I have a Keri Lake book on my recommended list. Nocticadia, I always struggle with this word. Nocticadia. That's how I'm going to say it. This is an awesome book. I love this book. I love the graphics also on all of her books, by the way. It's always so dark and mysterious. But I love this book because it's different. Her writing style is very different. It is more of a spooky, almost like a horror film, in a romance book. So it does really have that vibe, and she's really good at creating that in her stories. So it's not the pretty fantasy worlds that we are familiar with from other books. Hers is more of dark characters and dark scenes and all of that. It follows a story where there was a mysterious disease that killed the female character's mom. She has been told that she is crazy, that the symptoms she saw her mom exhibit don't exist, but she knows that it does. And she has been on a quest to solve the mystery. Then she writes a paper. She gets invited to attend this university, and she accepts that invitation because they are the leading institution on this disease that she wants to get more information on. So she goes, and that's where she meets our male character, Dedrick, and he is known as Dr. Death. Just I told you, this was dark. So he's known as Dr. Death, but he ignores everybody else. But when she comes there, he really takes an interest in her. He's instantly attracted to her. And it really goes into the story of showing how she discovers more about this disease, realizes that she's not crazy, and they have an epic story and just a really good plot. So definitely pick up this book. I highly, highly recommend it. Keri Lake is just, again, one of my favorite authors. Now, if you're looking for something light and funny and an easy read, I highly recommend The Honeymooners. This is by Christina Lauren, an author duo that writes these books. This book is so funny. It talks about two sisters. One is super unlucky, the other very lucky. The one that is lucky wins this honeymoon trip. Unfortunately, everybody got food poisoning and nobody could make the honeymoon. These two were the only ones who did not get sick. So she like, hey, somebody has to take advantage of this trip. So she gives the trip to Olive and Ethan, even though they hate each other. They're like, they're literal enemies, okay? They don't like each other. But this is a very funny take on an enemies to lovers, a rom-com, very easy read. If you want something that will keep you laughing and keep you engaged, I would highly recommend The Honeymooners. Last but not least, I did have already have a Sarah J. Maas book on here, but I love A Chord of Silver Flames. This is probably, oh, it's so hard, but I think it's my favorite from the Court of Thorn and Roses series. This is such a good storyline. Kind of once again that enemies to lovers theme going in this with Nesta and Cassian. Their interactions with each other, the back and forth, the banter, all the supporting characters that we've already read about in previous books. It is a really good storyline, good plot, and the characters, their story and their love story is just really spicy, really entertaining, and it will keep you laughing. So there you have it, guys. Just a quick recommendation of 5 books that I think you should go and pick up today. Let me know in the comments if you have any recommendations for me. I'm always looking for book recommendations, and I will be sure to check them out. So thank you again for watching another video. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos just like this. Bye!